Stop. Do you love houseplants? You got a shower? Do you want to see how to make this quick, simple shower hanger, which you can give as a Christmas present, birthday present, or any kind of gift? Stay tuned and I'll show you how. Hi guys, if you're new here, I'm JB and this is a very cold and frosty Mindfulness Reclaimed. Luckily today I'm inside and I'm going to show you how you can make amazing things out of reclaimed materials, mostly pallet wood. Let's get building. So for this you're going to need a piece of pallet approximately 500mm long, a trusty tape measure, a pencil and a handsaw. We're going to measure our shower screen. My shower screen measures about 7mm. The pallet is 15mm, which you can see here, 15mm. So 15 plus 7mm will be 37mm, but I allow an extra millimetre, so we've got 38mm. My shower hanger wants to be about 200mm. I can add the 38mm onto that as well. So we're going to go for about 238mm. We'll grab our saw and we'll just mark that. With these saws, you do have a 90-degree angle in here, so it just makes it a little bit easier if you haven't got a set square to hand. If you are new to woodworking, find yourself an edge where you're able to cut the pallet, because if you try and cut it on a flat surface, it's going to prove very difficult to do. I, however, have these trusty 2 blocks, so I'll place these on there, and I've got my clamp. This is an easy way to do it, so if you do have a clamp, and you've got yourself 2 supporting blocks, go ahead and try it this way. When you're clamping, have the clamp facing downwards, and we just go ahead and clamp that. So when you do your mark on the side that you're not going to be using for the pallet, because if you cut on the inside, you're going to be losing about 2mm depending on the width of the saw. Let the saw do all the work, you don't have to force it. The teeth are very sharp, so be careful when you have your hands next to it. You don't want to cut yourself. If you've done it before, you know it does hurt. Cool. So the next step, we want the supports to be about 70mm. So I'm just going to clamp again. So I'm going to mark 70mm and then I'm going to mark 140mm. When you're cutting this, cut it on the line. Again, use the saw to run our square edge mark. And I'll go ahead and cut these 2 now. Cool. So you're going to need 120 grit sandpaper. Just give the cut edges a rough sand to get rid of any splinters that are there. Cool. So these are now sanded. We'll grab our wood glue. I'm using Tide Bond. You can buy this from most hardware stores. I'll also put a link below in the description for this. If you are enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give that like and subscribe button below a tap. There'll be so many more great projects coming up for you guys to build at home. So let's run our wood glue along one edge here, like so, and then place that along the edge there. Give it a hard push, then I'm going to flip her over whilst holding onto it still and place the other bit below it. It might move around, but that's fine. You want it flush along this back edge here. And I'm going to be using 30mm ring shank nails. What the ring shank will do is stop the pallets from underneath popping back out again. So I'll place both of these on there. Push down on this so it doesn't wobble about too much. It shouldn't do. And give this a good hammering. Awesome. And there's that. You might have a bit of wood glue there, so just run your fingers over that and just pull that across. So the next step we need to do is measure 8mm from the inside of this outwards, like so. Then 8mm on this side too. Run a line either side here, one on that side and one on this front side here. And then that just gives us an idea of where this next pallet's going to go. Again, we'll run a little bit of wood glue across this one too. Place this on, give it a firm push whilst holding onto it so it doesn't fall off. Make sure that it's matching up with the lines either side. I'll go ahead and nail these on now. Cool. because this is going to be in the shower and it's going to get a lot of moisture, it's going to get wet, we're going to use Osmo external varnish, which I've got here. And that's just going to protect the wood for longer periods of time. So we'll give it a shake up. And we'll pop this open. Grab yourself a trusty brush. Here's one I made earlier. Give that a nice coat. We want to varnish all of these edges, even the live edges that you've just cut. We'll just put the brush in some paint thinners and it allows you to use it again at a later stage. And I'm going to be using Hammerite brush cleaner and thinner. Grab yourself a metal tin and we'll leave this to one side. Cool, so now we've varnished it. I'm going to leave this to go off for about 24 hours and then we'll go on to our next step. This has dried a really nice colour. I like how that's come out, but I'm happy with that. So the next step we need to do is stick a hook to the underside of here. I've got this hook here. You can get these cheap enough from hardware stores. I think it was about £3 for a pack of 20. I'm going to mark about 30mm in from this front edge there, and then from this side here, 42mm, and that is where we're going to screw into. So we'll grab our hook. Now when you push these in, you can either countersink it with a 1 to 2mm drill bit. This screw head is 5mm, so you don't want to go any more than that. I'm going to push this in and then we'll twist this round. As you're pushing down, twist it round and tighten it up like you're tightening up a screw. Once it's got its grip, you can just keep spinning it round. Awesome, so now we've got that on. Should we go and test it out? Let's go. So guys, there we have it. One awesome shower plant hanger. If you do like this and you want to buy it for a gift for someone, I will put a link below in the description because I will be making these available for you guys to buy. If you've enjoyed my video, you found it fun, you found it educational, and especially if you're new to woodworking, don't forget, give that like and subscribe button a punch below. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Until next time, I'll see you then.